Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Everything Seaplace. My name is Mike Renick. I am your host for this video. I've got a special guest. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Welcome back everyone. One of the things I made a promise is that the new board members we would bring on video and we'd introduce them. I have Ray Strothman with me today. Ray, welcome. Ray
Thank
is
you,
our
Mike. It's a pleasure to be here.
Our great treasurer. I can pronounce that word. So
Illustrious.
That's the word. Thank you. And our schedules haven't matched, so we haven't been able to do that. Right. But I'm really excited about having you on board. You were elected back in March, and you've made some changes already to process. But let's do this. Why don't you just tell folks a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a native of Louisville, Kentucky, and grew up in a neighborhood called Germantown. Okay. I went to pro school there in the same neighborhood, and then I went to a high school, which is the high school my brothers went to, and the high school my son went to, and a lot of my nephews went to St. Xavier High School. Okay. And then I went to Bellarmine College. So actually, all my education took place kind of right there in the neighborhood, not that far from where I was born. Okay. And I decided to become a CPA. Before entering college, I took some aptitude tests, as you do, and accountancy was way up there. So I said, well, and Bellarmine's got a great reputation.
My struggle was when I took those tests, nothing ranked way up there.
Oh, nothing.
So go ahead, continue.
So anyway, I ended up deciding on Bellarmine, deciding on accounting, and basically it was a career choice when I went to Bellarmine because they were very proficient at turning out excellent students who passed the CPA exam. I was very fortunate to pass the CPA exam the first time. And one of the other things they did is they allowed the students to, and promoted the students for internships at the various accounting firms. So I got a job with Ernst. It was Ernst & Ernst at the time. Now it's Ernst and what is it now? Ernst & Young. They changed it several times since. But anyway, it was great. I worked in the summertime with my father in a wholesale distributorship, Simon Eady's company. I learned a lot about business that way, literally, shipping and receiving, doing things like that. And going to school, I'd be working at the CPA firm. And then eventually, when I graduated, I was fortunate enough to get pretty good grades and, an honor student. And then I was able to just get offers from many different firms in town and out of town. And I decided to stay where I was. I knew the people and I liked it. I liked the environment. So, I stayed there for another 12 years. And then I started my own CPA firm. And you think, why in the hell would you do that? And my mother at the time, she's since deceased, she said, Raymond, what is wrong with you? I mean, you got this great job, you're making this good money, and you're going out on your own. Are you crazy? But I decided, I looked around at the partners and think, I don't think I want to be like that. Plus, I made them retire really early, and I didn't want to retire that early. Okay. I wanted to keep doing it my whole life. So I ended up starting with some other gentlemen, a firm called Carpenter, Strothman, Bolin. Stayed there 3 years, decided that was not the right culture, and started Strothman and Company, actually in 1983. So we celebrated our 40th anniversary in 2023, February 1st, 2023.
Very good, congratulations.
So, in the meantime, I married Carolyn. The love of my life. We've been married 20.
I'm a big person of transparency. Carolyn is here in the room, behind the camera, supervising both of us. Go ahead.
Exactly.
I love that.
So we met. I'm I don't know if this matters. I know there's different religions and whatever's here, but I go to a Christian church, and they had a summer party, and I had a nice house with a pool, and they asked if I would have a summer party. So Carolyn shows up at my house. She was a friend of a friend. Okay. And the friend was going to help me, and a friend's friend was going to help, and then Carolyn obviously came to help. But she got there noon, and they didn't leave until late that night. So we had two parties. One was a Sunday school party, and the other was, the kind of the inner circle of people that I was close friends with. But Carolyn and I have had a great life together, and almost 20 years ago. What year was it? 2020? I guess it was 20.
You're supposed to know that.
I am.
And I have it recorded.
Oh, I know how long we've been married. I know when we were married. I don't know the exact date, but
that's good. That's
in terms
important.
of, I was given the opportunity to purchase into Seaplace.
Well, let me stop you there for just a second.
Okay.
How did you focus on Florida when it was time to look out to buy something? First of all, was there something about Florida that enticed you?
Absolutely. Florida is, I love the beach. I'm more of a beach person than a mountain person.
Okay.
And my wife, Carolyn, is a beach person.
Okay.
She loves it. I mean, we've gone to the mountains some, but
Did you look other places other than Florida, or was Florida your main focus?
Well, we really didn't look at all. I mean, I was in my office. Like I said, I was CPA, and one of my clients was Bob Patterson, and he was with Paul and Penny Gold. They're currently residents, and Bob and Donna Patterson at the time, they were looking for a place. And they were looking all through the West Coast. And
West Coast of Florida.
West Coast of Florida,
Right.
Yeah, the West Coast of Florida,
Okay.
Not the West Coast of the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, but they settled on Seaplace. I mean, they knew some people here already, and they decided to purchase. So they, Bob's in my office one day, and they got 2 units. One of them's a garden view, and one of them's the beautiful view of the Gulf of Mexico. And they said, well, we can't really put together the package we need we can do the garden view ourselves, but we need a third partner. Would you be the third partner? And I said, yes.
Had you seen Seaplace at all?
No, no. I bought it sight unseen. I trusted
Very
my partners.
trusting person.
I did. I knew Paul. Paul was president of Rotary. I was a member. I was treasurer of Rotary.
Since you're very
time.
trusting, I brought some invoices for you to sign while we're here. I like that.
Yeah, to you.
Yeah. That's my exit strategy. So you bought sight unseen?
I did. No, I mean, the first time we saw Seaplace was we were driving down Gulf of Mexico, and actually I passed it up. So I had to turn around.
Oops.
I turned around, and we finally got in, and the guards, they're very, very, the security's tight here, so we finally convinced them we were owners and we belonged here.
That's important.
But that's, gosh, it was like 25.
So
I think.
when you
It's
guys
almost 20
came here
years
for the
ago.
first time,
Yeah.
what were your thoughts? I mean, because it could be really exciting. It could be, oh, I'm disappointed. So you're seeing it for the first time.
My thoughts were that we made a hell of an investment, and it was like, it's like living a dream. Sometimes you got to take a risk in life, and sometimes, what happens is people have an opportunity and they pass it by, and they're like, damn, I should have done that. Whether it's buying something or buying stuff.
No, I get that.
Here's
a tough question. I'm going to put you on the spot because these are unrehearsed. Do you know what year that was? Do you remember?
I think it was 2005.
So we're getting confirmation.
2005. Carolyn just said it's 2005.
19 years ago.
It was 19 years ago, almost 20.
Okay.
And then we had 3 partners. I know there's not that many partnerships in Seaplace, but it's called Louisville Seaplace. And that's the name of our partnership, LLC, Louisville Seaplace.
I like that.
LLC.
Okay.
And the entity owned the property. So, eventually, and we were partners. We
So you
put up
all
the
shared
capital.
the condo at different times. And we have a lot of folks
We
like
had
that
a
that do
schedule.
that.
I was in charge of scheduling.
Oh, I like
Which,
that.
I wanted that responsibility.
That's good. This is why you and I get along so well.
Yeah. So, and I would send out calendar invites, and then, it's available obviously for a family, and we have 5 kids. So, all the kids would come down and use it at various times, and it was a very relatively inexpensive vacation for them. They loved it. I mean, how could you not love
And the
Seaplace?
atmosphere here is very family oriented.
It is very much so.
fits in
So
well.
the pool's great. I mean, the grounds are great. The beach, the dunes, everything is amazing. So we've just loved it down here, and now we're spending more time. I'm moving towards I don't ever plan to quit working, but towards the end of my CPA career. Actually, we merged our practice effective November 1st last year with a large Tennessee firm.
Okay.
And so, I got a little bit of money in the pocket, so I could, we're just wrapping up our renovation. So what happened is,
So you left the partnership.
Well, I didn't leave the partnership. I bought out Paul because Paul decided he wanted a bigger place for himself.
Paul left the partnership.
Paul, he's in G6, I guess, or G8. I don't know what the numbers are, but anyway.
He's actually in G5.
G5, okay. Well, I knew it was one of the Gs.
That's good. You're doing
I'm
well.
in an M2.
You are.
I'm an M2 312. So we were an M2 410, great view. And Paul was always on the lookout to help us find a place. Mm-hmm. And so 312 became available, and he let us know, and I think you guys let us know right after that, you and Eric, and so we started negotiations. Actually, we were in when we bought, and at the same time I had another partner. I had Bob Patterson as a partner, so I owned 2/3 and Bob owned 1/3. So I had to go ahead. I went ahead and bought a 312, owning 2/3 of 410. Mm-hmm. So I owned 1 2/3.
I'd like to find out how, when it's time to vote on a document change work, but that's another video at another time.
So we ended up, we hired a contractor. It took us a while to find one, frankly, because all the contractors were very busy at the time, and we finally hired a contractor. And my wife was in the tile business. She worked for Louisville Tile for many, many years, and her children, who have been down here, work for Louisville Tile. So, she wanted to have the appropriate tile. We had the most beautiful bathrooms, I think, in Seaplace probably. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're amazing. Did a great job, plus just everything. In fact, her son was down here a couple weeks ago, and he said you can tell a tile person owns this place because, it's just got a lot of different tile in different places. And so anyway, what happened is that I ended up buying out Bob Patterson, and then I sold 410 to Carolyn's daughter, Crosby Hall, and Andrian Hall. And they've been coming down here, ever since we owned the place. But and they have a daughter, Marley, who just loves it, and so she considers it her condo, her beach, and her pool. So
I like that.
But anyway, it's become a family thing. So now we have 2 units, and Crosby and Adrian are down here now, and Carolyn and I are down here, and Marley. So, we've been having a good time over July 4th holiday. It's been fun.
So you're typical of what we see here at Seaplace. You come down here, you're enamored about what it has to offer. It's family oriented. Your family starts coming down. Many owners will upgrade to a different unit like you guys did, stuff like that. So that's the attributes of Seaplace. What I'm going to do right now is we're going to break this video, and we're going to come back and we're going to do a second video talking about your thoughts of being treasurer here at Seaplace.
I'd be happy to do that.
Ray, I want to thank you for spending time with me this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you guys have anything that you need from me or feel I can be of help, my direct cell is 941-400-8735.